How are we doing, everybody? It's been quite a while since I've done anything, and for that I owe a bit of an explanation and an apology. Um, the past 2 or 3 months, I have actually been working on getting a new job, and that job required relocation. And I have moved from Maryland to Memphis, Tennessee. So that's where I am currently now. So I've also been working on a stupid project, but I'm currently working on writing a book. It's a Tom Clancy inspired novel, and I'm probably 9 or 10 chapters deep right now. Maybe maybe I will give you guys a rating, and depending on what you guys think, depending on what everybody thinks. Um, so that's what's been going on for the past number of months. I lost all the data for that Medal of Honor video series I was working on, but whatever, my C drive died and I had to completely redo that. I also got a 5090, which is pretty cool. I love this card already, and I'm hoping I'll be able to do a lot of really cool things for you. Without further ado, I have some cold waters here with .mod, and we're going to play the 2000 campaign here. And I'm doing this live, no script, no nothing. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll probably do a book reading in another video with some of this in the background. But anyways, as you can see here, we have the Seawolf class nuclear attack submarine, and there are currently 3 of these in the US's SSN inventory, one of which, the USS Connecticut, is still out of service after hitting a seamount in, I think, 2021 or 2022. So now we only currently have USS Seawolf and USS Jimmy Carter. So we can play as either of those 3 ships, but this may just be Jimmy Carter. As you can see, we don't have any defensive weapons like Pocket, like what the Russians have on their Bore and Yazan. We do have a very broad range of offensive weapons. The TASM, Tomahawk attack, Tomahawk anti-surface missile, anti-shipping missile, Mark 48 Mod 6 torpedo, Mark 70 Moss decoys, UGM-84, which is our harpoons, and the TLAM, Tomahawk land attack missile, TLAM missile, whatever. We can carry a total magazine of 48 weapons with 8 wires at 105 dB and anechoic coating, which makes us one of the quietest subs in the U.S. inventory. We are 108 meters long by 12 meters wide at 9,138 tons. We can make a max speed of 35 knots, with a crew of 129 souls. Now, this 35 here is the publicly available figure, so we could actually go a lot further, a lot faster. We have a max depth of 600 meters, and our test depth is probably about 200 more below that. We have the BPS-15 search radar, as well as an ESM mast mounted, very sensitive, very, very accurate. We have the ANBQQ5 active and passive sonar combat, which is actually the combat suite, which is good for low frequencies, and it's hull mounted, which is going to be our bow array here. We also do have a TB29, which is our towed array, which comes out of either starboard or ports to port tubes. Incredibly sensitive, very well tuned for listening out low and long. We also do have wide aperture arrays here along our flanks, but these don't do anything. We do have a high frequency sonar in our mast here. I'm sorry, in our sail. Yeah, this is a very formidable ship. We have 4 tubes, and we have active and passive decoys. The Seawolf was designed to be the superlative hunter-killer submarine that could penetrate the most heavily guarded Soviet boomer bastions and not only survive there, but to thrive. The Seawolf features twice the torpedo tubes and twice the weapon load over preceding classes of nuclear attack subs, with better sensors and much better quieting than other submarines. All of this superlative performance came at a tremendous cost, however, and only 3 of the class were built, with SSN-23 becoming a special projects boat. That would be Jimmy Carter. So in this, we are playing the 2000 Chinese campaign, and they're going to be quick, they're going to be deadly, and they are going to be numerous in their attack submarines. And with that, let's get into it. From Com Sub Pack to Commander Thomas Chesterton, info Sink Pack Fleet. Subject, new command assignment. Effective immediately, you are hereby assigned command of Seawolf class vessel USS Seawolf SSN 21. Congratulations and good luck in your new command. I'm just gonna kind of read these here. Straits of Crisis. In the years since Litan Huai has pronounced Taiwanese independence after a national referendum vote, regional tensions remain high in Eastern Asia. While opposing military forces have demobilized, diplomatic rhetoric has only escalated, with Chinese Communist Party representatives promising to return the renegade province back to the fold. The belligerent tone taken by the PRC over Taiwan has extended to Hong Kong, destabilizing regional relations and leading to the UK government to indefinitely delay the planned handover of Hong Kong to China. Anti-Western protests have been regular sights in the mainland city since. Tiger economy collapses. The economic crisis that started with the collapse of the Thai baht in the spring has become a global financial contagion showing no signs of abating. International authorities have been unable to develop an effective response due to escalating tensions between China and the US, which has allowed the crisis to continue unabated. The Russians have been particularly hit hard, with hyperinflation taking hold and the ruble's value on the international market being wiped out. Desperate for foreign military capital, the government has sold large amounts of military equipment to the Chinese, including advanced submarines, along with Russian crews as advisors. China on the offensive. China has launched a series of attacks along its periphery, placing a recent sabotage against U.S. military installations in a new light. Tensions have remained high since Taiwan's independence and Hong Kong's failed handover, likely resulting in the PRC deciding that the time is right to resolve these issues and enforce their territorial claims in the South China Sea. Furthermore, analysts have noticed that in recent months, the Chinese economy may finally be feeling the effects of the Asian economic crisis. Capturing resource-rich areas in the South China Sea may be an effort to divert domestic attention away from the stark economic situation. USS Seawolf SSN-21 docked to Guam, 31 August 2000, 900 hours. From Com Sub Pack to USS Seawolf SSN-21, info Sing Pack Fleet. Subject, mission orders classified top secret. Order 0443.109.611. 1. Tactical situation, 31 August 2000, 0900. To better plan for Chinese initiatives, NAV Ops have decided to insert a SEAL team by submarine in the vicinity of Yulin, where they will conduct intelligence operations and sabotage behind enemy lines. You must therefore infiltrate the area around Yulin and deploy SEALs in the deployment zone. The deployment zone is marked on tactical map. SEAL team is awaiting pickup at Guam. 2. Primary objective. Secret. Pick up SEAL team at Guam. Sail to Yulin undetected and release the SEAL team. 3. Secondary objective. None. 4. Avoid detection. 5. Weapons free. MCON. Maintain radio silence until otherwise directed. So, our first mission. Deploy SEALs to Yulin. Rearm and repair, and we're going to go ahead and, well, we can't really carry anything else because we're going to have the SEALs in our forward areas. So we're just going to have to take what we have here. We're going to take 2 mosses, and we're going to take 2 harpoons. Then we're going to take 4 Mark 48s. Actually, I will just leave these as Mark 48s. And we're going to load the SEALs. 30 hours in port, cast off, anchors away. And as you can see, we start down here in Guam, as marked by the green square. Our current objective is to go to Yulin here in the Gulf of Tonkin. As you can see, it's currently here in the middle of the 9-dash line. We have to slip by through the Paracel Island, which is, as you can see, observed by maritime patrol aircraft. And then we were also spotted by a satellite here. This is an ASW group, and then here's our friendly maritime patrol aircrafts. So you can see we hold the Spratly Islands along with the Philippines, Scarborough Shoal, and Taiwan. Friendlies up here in the area are going to be South Korea and Japan. And I'm currently traveling at flank speed. As you can see, the area around the 9 dash line inside the South China Sea is very heavily guarded. And I'm going to try to make my way across the Paracel Islands here and skirt up the coast of Vietnam. That may bust me. Nope, I'm good. And if you right click, you can travel at slower speeds. And as you can see, we have successfully reached our mission deployment zone. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 275, designate CR1. Our XO reports that our depth is currently 46 meters, our heading 5, our speed 10 knots. There is no surface duct and no thermal layer, so we are going to have to do this very quiet and avoid detection. We can change our closing distance to 15 kilometers, and we're going to go all hands man battle stations. Here we are. We're currently going 10 knots. So let's rig for ultra quiet. Currently, there's no enemy ships around, so if we wanted to leave, we can. So here's our deployment zone. As you can see, we have 4 contacts, Sierra 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm currently rigging for ultra quiet. If we press backspace, we can deploy our towed array, and we'll be able to get a little bit more sonar data. And if you look down here, we have our signature tab. So everything currently is sounding like surface ships. So let's go ahead and go to the middle button here and take us to surface. So it looks like we have a Jingwei. I can't mark that, but we know it's a Jingwei. Let me fix this here. I didn't think about that. Oh well. Could just cut this out in production. That's correct. Don't know why I can't mark. Whatever. But if we click on our sonar contacts here, you can see that the lines change here versus what we see here. So we go to Sierra 1. We know that Sierra 1 is going to be a Jinghua. Jianghu? But anyways, we know that that's a frigate. Sierra 2 is going to be another surface ship. And that's going to be a Luda. Sierra 3 is going to be another Jinghua. No, I lied. That's going to be a Sovereigny, so she is a capital ship. So this mark here is a dipping sonar buoy for a helicopter. So we haven't been busted yet. So I know Sierra 3 is a capital ship. She's a principal surface combatant. So if we can take her out, that'd be great because she is fantastic at anti-air operations. Sierra 4? What's Sierra 4? Sierra 4 is almost a Kara. And that looks like a Luhu. So we're just going to keep cruising. And probably going to, what's our depth below keel? So let's go to conditions. And the floor is at 130 meters. So we can drop down to 91 meters and be in the middle of the water. Press F9, we can do some time acceleration. All right, we'll come up to 76. All right, Sierra 4 is going away. Sierra 1 is coming this way. Sierra 3 is appearing to go east. Sierra 2 is of no concern. Wish I could mark my targets. That would be great. But as you can see, those yellow lines indicate active sources. And the crews will automatically mark these for us, so we don't have to worry about that. I am, however, worried about that dipping sonar. So you can see we're just kind of putzing along. That helicopter dipping sonar is going to scare me. All right, so I will mark the positions so I can see if there's see if there's any type of search pattern. I think I can have 30 of these marks. All right, let's see. She cannot hear us. Here's own ship. Signal strength, contact 0-1. Signal strength, own ship, -3 on active. We cannot hear her on the active. We might be able to here shortly. Currently, we can catch her on low frequency passive. We are not getting her on the low frequency towed, but we can hear her. Currently, she cannot hear us on her active, nor can she hear us on her passive, so she is deaf. Zhang Hu Zhang Wei? Zhang Hu? I don't know. She is definitely going to have to make a turn here shortly because it's going to shallow up. She's roughly 16 kilometers away from us. And frankly, I don't like that. Does not appear there's any type of search pattern. Remedy is just deaf. She can't hear us. I'm in her baffles. Luda can't hear us. She's deaf. Zhang Hu is getting ready to detect us here with her active. Don't quite like that. But I will go ahead and let this go, and I will bring you back whenever something fun happens. Mm-mm. All right, I think she may have heard us because she's making a hard turn. So I'm going to cut her off. Oh yeah, she heard us. Oh no, I think she might be making a turn, just a regular turn. But that's okay. We'll take her out. All right, we got her. So now we are currently using our wire. So she still currently can't hear us, but she might be getting the idea here shortly. So we are currently tracking her passively. As you can see here, this is where we can set it to go active. But as of right now, we just have her going passive. So which is listening for the ship. I'm going to go ahead and straighten up. All right, she popped a noisemaker, so we're going to go ahead and bring that in. It's conducting. Oh, we got her. All right, so we got her, and here she is. Quite a cute looking little frigate. There's a noisemaker there. And it looks like we hit her about midships. Good kill. There she is. And we can see the other, what is that, Luhu? Yeah, we can see that Luhu all the way out there. So we currently have 5 more Mark 48s on standby. I don't think we'll have to engage the Luhu, but anything is possible in this game. And with that, I will see you guys when something fun happens. All right, so we just had a sauna buoy drop. That's what this dot is here. So there's a maritime patrol aircraft out here looking for us. The Luhu here is currently out of effective sonar range, and we are probably about 14 or 15 kilometers out. She's still holding negative 50 dB on us. However, she is making a straight approach, and I do not appreciate that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and engage her. And we're going to time accelerate this out here. Yep, she is getting very close to hearing us. Another sauna buoy dropped. Yep, she's getting ready to hear us here. Actually, let's turn into this. Yep, she can hear us on active now. But fortunately, since we had that torpedo go out there, we were able to kind of scare her away. There's a noisemaker there, and it looks like it's still tracking in. We're not going to engage drive around. There she is. And there we go. Sierra 4 dropped. Make that 2 kills for USS Seawolf. Unfortunately, we can't reload. All right, let's change course and make way for our deployment zone. So you can see we're getting a little shallow here. Our current condition is 130 meters. And there's 2 burning ships out there. Very good. Very nice. Luda and Sierra 3, no concern to me. I do not see the patrol helicopters, so I think we are clear. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so we have mines. And this is where the high frequency radar sonar comes into play. Because now we're going to have to plot our way through a minefield. It's a little noisy out here at 89 dB. So there's currently, what is it, 130 dB. So we're sitting at 130 dB minus 89. So we sit 41 dB above background. So we do stand out quite a bit. There's the helicopter again. All right, center reported a minefield, so these are probably going to be magnetic mines, and damn it, she's currently patrolling the deployment zone. We haven't been busted yet. That's fine. All right, we're coming up on the minefield. Let's go ahead and make a course correction. And we're going to try to weed our way through here. We should be out of rain. Oh, I can't do that. That's a problem. Well, if our delousing is any good, we shouldn't really have a problem with going through here, but I don't know if there's any more mines. All right, patrol aircraft just flew overhead. All right, we're clear of that one. This is a dense minefield, man. China really does not want anyone penetrating this. All right, I think we're okay to speed it up a little bit here. If we get busted, I am gonna have to beat feet out of here. Oh, I scared. All I saw was that mine come across the outside of my screen. Jeez. All right, we have another sonar source out here, and I'm willing to bet we have an attack sub. We just haven't picked it up yet. All right, we've made it through the maritime patrol aircraft net here, and I think we may have an attack sub off to our left. I'm not sure. I will bring you guys back once we hit the deployment zone here in a little bit. So have fun. All right, we have entered the deployment zone and we are stopping to deploy special forces. Come to a stop above 130 meters to deploy. Oh, they're away. There's that Luda behind us there, and gotta get out of here. All right, we're gone. Ugh, there's that patrol aircraft. I gotta go out through the minefield again. All right, we came in, we can get out. Thank you, XO. It's gotta be the solid remedy. All right, that Ludo might get ready to hear us here. Oh shit, she can hear us. All right, we haven't been busted yet. Keep calm, keep calm. She is making a turn. She does hear us. She does have plus 10B on her high frequency active. She is coming in. So let's see if we can head her off here. Definitely going to get picked up on those sauna buoys, but my primary concern is getting the hell out of here. Yep, she's turning in. Mm-hmm. She hears us. Have fun with that. And let's see what we can see. Hello, how are you? You're about to die. You're about to get blown up with a 550 kilograms of high explosive. You probably don't even hear it coming, do you? You didn't even hear it coming. Takes care of her. Yeah, she hurt us. She 110% hurt us. All right, let's get the hell out of here. All right, we currently have the active green, so let's go ahead and leave combat. So, enemy engaged, Zhonghua, Zhonghu, sunk, Luda, sunk, the Sovereignty escaped. These were not primary targets. We sunk a total tonnage of 9,430 tons. We are going to have to make an immediate retreat to Guam to rearm because we only have 3 Mark 48s and 2 Mosses. So we're going to have to beat an immediate retreat. Beat an immediate retreat to Guam. From Com Subpack to USS Seawolf, SSN-21, Info Pack Fleet. Subject, mission update. The SEAL team reports they are in and are now in business. Excellent work, Commander. New orders to be sent on this downlink soon. So let's go ahead and get the hell out of here. Bomb the base. Military installations in and around Yulin, China have sustained extensive damage in what have been called a series of commando raids by U.S. Special Forces. With no signs of diminishing, these raids continue to hamper local Chinese operations behind enemy lines. Questions have been raised regarding the safe return of Special Forces troops, many of whom are deployed far behind enemy lines with little or no support. The military refused to comment, stating it will not discuss any recent or ongoing operational details. Let's go ahead and see what our new orders are. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy commandos will land from submarine in the vicinity of Subic Bay within the next week. You are ordered to intercept and eliminate them before they land. Primary, locate and sink the enemy submarines transporting the Chinese commandos. Second, locate and sink any escorting submarines if possible. Avoid detection by ASW patrols. Weapons free. Maintain radio silence until otherwise directed. So we're currently by Yulin, and we're probably going to have around 2 submarines. So we can probably go ahead and sit around by Subic Bay. That's going to be in friendly territory, so we can easily escape. And we're just going to kind of squat down here. But I think that will do it for this little episode, little update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great one.